Hello, my fellow morning movers. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I don't know why I called y'all morning movers, because you're moving and it's the morning. Tamara here, fresh out of bed, literally. So that's why no makeup, voice is still trying to catch up. But I wanted to go ahead and show you in the practice, the real, the raw, this is what's happening every morning for me. So I woke up, first thing I did, grab my Energize. I know I've been talking about it a lot, but this has been a complete game changer for me. I used to just do water with lemon in it. Sometimes I've done, if you've ever heard of those apple cider vinegar shots, sometimes I used to wake up and do apple cider vinegar shots, which is still a good thing. Water's still a good thing. I just found that the thing I like the best is this. I love having my Energize in the morning because it just really is clean, plant-based, and wakes me up. On that note, I am going to have a sip. Number 2, guys, I'm so excited for you guys to have these 2 pieces of paper. You can change your printer settings, just so you know, so that multiples of these print on one piece of paper. Each printer is different, so you're gonna have to Google your own printer. But I wanted to make sure that you knew that, because that's what I normally do. I would normally put 4 of these on a page, maybe even 6, because I don't like to waste paper. But for demonstration purposes, I wanted you to see what this looked like. So every morning, one of the first things that I do is I get up and I write in this journal. I know that we've talked a little bit about the journal, because this is the very first piece that you've been getting. But by starting your day and saying, these are the things I'm grateful for. These are what would make the day great. What are some things that I would really love to have happen? What is an affirmation? What is my statement? So a lot of times people get stuck a little bit on that affirmation piece, and that's where I wanted to just dive a little deeper. So this is part of your silence time. This is part of, so if you're kind of following your silence and then doing your affirmations, what does that actually mean? So when you're silent, your brain can actually slow down enough for you to give it time to really focus on maybe possibly healing some things in your life. That's why I really do love guided meditation, or that priming practice that I share, or there's a heart gratitude meditation that I share. And while I love God time as well, I also really love, like I said, a focused guided meditation, because it helps me to just get in the right mindset of gratitude. Now, a lot of times affirmations can be hard for people, so I want to move into that. So I always do my affirmations after I have a little bit of silence time, because this is when my brain has already been primed, and so that I'm not just waking out of bed and I'm oh my gosh, I am awake, I am happy. It's more my body's been primed, and I'm okay, I am a positive, uplifting, and encouraging mom. I am grateful for all of the time I get with my children. I am a fun, playful mom. I am really good at what I do. I am really helpful for people. And so it really starts to help me find those things. And some of those things, one thing that I used to have to say all the time, this sounds so weird. 2 things that I used to have to say, and I'm just sharing this with you guys because this is what my affirmation statements were, because this was not what I was, it was what I wanted to become, and now I feel I am those things because I have said that I am those things so many times. I am a fun and playful mom. I'm saying this a little bit quieter, I am crazy sexily attractive to my husband, because, and it's not that I'm not, but if you're a mom after babies, you're stay away. I need some sleep. So anyways, I wanted to just share, I said those things so many times that I really believe them. And I do. I am a fun and playful mom. I am crazy sexy attracted to my husband. All of those things. So I really want you to, when you do your I am statement, whatever that is that comes to you, make sure it is powerful and will bring you to that next level of joy of what you really are seeking in your life. The next thing that I want you to do is I really want you to use your day planner. You guys, this thing is so, 1, it's beautiful. 2, it is so helpful. So what is your most important task? So maybe you write down a couple of tasks that are really important, and then you need to circle the main one. Or sometimes this depends on your personality. You might need to circle the one that you want to do the least, and then maybe circle or put a star next to the one that is also equally important, but you want to do the most. This is called eating your frog. This will help you to that one that you circle and you want to do the least, get you over with the yuck first thing. Maybe you even do that one first thing in the morning, which I know sounds so weird, but as soon as you eat that frog, you have that task under your belt, you're I'm winning. So schedule in a time when you can do those tasks, and you're going to start to feel so much better. And that's where the game plan comes in. So you put what time it is, and then when you're done, you check it off in the little box and you put any notes in there. That's a little dark. We might have need to make that a little bit darker, or it's a little light. On your to-do list, write down just any other things that come. So there's a to-do list, and then there's the most important tasks. So there's a difference there. A to-do list is more like that busy stuff, that stuff that's like, it would be good if it got done. The most important task is like, really keep that to like 1 or 2 things that like you really actually do totally need to do. Okay? Like laundry for me would be on my to-do list. Like, is it really important? Only if like I have 0 underwear. Then it's the most important task. You get what I'm saying? My most important task would probably be more something along the lines of get this email series out to you guys that I have been saying I was going to work on. Something like that would actually impact other people is normally my most important tasks. Okay, and then inspiration. This is where, if you are doing your time, when you get through all of this morning time practice, you're actually going to have a time where you're going to read a little bit too. Maybe this is where you put a quote from that. Or maybe when you were doing your mindfulness exercise, something just came up to you. Or maybe you were doing your silence time, and your silence time was Bible study. Hold on. It was Bible study. And you want to put something from that study into the today's inspiration. That way, when you're feeling a little bit down, that's why I want you to go in there and reread that piece for yourself, because obviously it spoke to you and you can bring that back. Also on here is a really great way in the bottom to just track your health. I'm a health coach, guys. I'm going to have you track your health. I want to know, I want you to be aware of what you're eating during the day. I also want you to be aware of if you have worked out, and then your water intake. And why I want you to be aware of these things is you might start to notice that your attitude will change with certain foods, or even your stomach. So even though it's a small spot, if you write down breakfast and you want to write down beside it, felt really good, or breakfast, stomach kind of hurt. That way people, me as your coach, if I was helping you through this, I could look at your tracker and be like, okay, I'm noticing a trend. I'm starting to see these things is what you're eating for your snacks. I'm starting to notice that you're saying you're having a snack at like 3 p.m. and your mood's actually kind of dipping. Well, your snack is a really heavy, I don't know, maybe it's just straight up just a carb. And I noticed that like it helps you get energized for a moment, and then you're like dipping again. This is where I want you to maybe like think about adding a carb and a protein together to just kind of help sustain your energy. So yeah, that's just really why I want you to focus on that, because that's you guys, that's my specialty in helping you. All right. I feel like there was one other thing that I wanted to share about these. These are templates of what I actually use. So I actually do have a different day planner and a different morning journal. But we made these especially for this group, especially for anybody going through this process with me. If you love these, I want you to message me back. And if you're like, I want one that's like more compact version, so that you're not printing off paper. These are the 2 that I actually use. They're not the same as those papers, but they're similar. And I will send you the links to get those to yourself, because they are very helpful. And obviously it's nice to have them all printed and in one spot rather than all these pieces of paper everywhere. All right. Lastly, you guys can do this. You guys can do the hard things. I'm so proud of you for just taking time in your day in the morning to just kind of pour into yourself. So go have some silence time in the mornings. Go make sure that you affirm yourself, that you speak that truth into yourself, and visualize what it is that you really want to be, what you want to become, and that will help you to start speaking truth into your life. So you can do this, friends. Love you.